Hello everybody, a warm welcome. So we're about to launch our brand new one-day special. It is an absolute cracker. I always love it, and as crafters, I think you can all relate. When you discover something that is totally different, whenever I see a die that enables anybody to make beautiful kinetic movement cards that are interesting, already it's caught my attention. But look at these characters. Now I want to show you something. The characters look amazing, but imagine posting them down. So you can post them flat and then they spring to life. They are amazing. I am it's first time presenting a show, and we're going to be introducing you to Karen very shortly, Karen Burniston. But these characters are amazing. Can I just draw your attention to something? Having a look here, because with the one-day special, and we will get into all of this in a moment. So imagine sending this to somebody and then having the ability, when it opens up, you've got your cutest little character, and you've got different characters that you can make from the one-day special. So the ball element, this element here, that is your one-day special, along with all the add-ons to really bring the characters to life. I'm going to get to that in a little moment, because we are very fortunate that Karen very kindly is going to be speaking to us all the way from the States. Karen, how are you?
I am good. Hi, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you. Can I say, you are amazing. I love these dies. I genuinely love these dies.
Thank you so much. They're fun. Well, I love them too, actually.
Can you tell us, how did you come up with the concept?
Well, of just dies in general, or this particular die?
Just, I mean,
I actually have been doing die design for 15 years or so. Okay. And I started by licensing my designs to some other companies. And so I had actually done a pop-up ball in the past. It was a little bit bigger and it was a little bit harder to assemble. I've gotten better in 15 years of designing dies. But so this was first, it started out as a re-release. We did, or a new one, I should say, the surprise ball, which has been on the Hochanda shows before and is available on your website. And then popular. What we found, people really were asking for a smaller version where they could make those little stacked animals with the two-size balls. So we have now the new bitty ball, and it is smaller. It's about 20% smaller, and it's really geared for animals.
Now, this is the point. So I know that I didn't present it, but I do know in talking to the team that when we had the last one-day special with Karen and the surprise ball, it was immensely popular. If you already have the surprise ball and you get the one-day special that we're offering now, these are the characters, the 3D characters that you can make. They do fold flat and then spring to life. They are amazing. So we've got our pig in there, we've got our fantastic fox, our cat, our hippo, which is super cute. Look at the hippo. So you got your hippo in there as well. You got the pig, you got the giraffe. So all of these elements in there. You put the surprise ball, and the surprise ball is here. So that's the bigger element. Then you've got a one-day special, which we're offering you now. This is the bitty ball. But putting them together into a card, it pops up. Incredible. Now, we have got the surprise ball at the bottom of your screen. So if you do want to get hold of the surprise ball with the one-day special, this is what you can create. If you just go for the one-day special, then using the bitty ball, you're able to get these cute little characters, perfect for your card making, because they literally just spring to life. And there they are, your little friend. Karen, do you know what I've been impressed with? I love the movement, and I think I'm just a big kid at heart, but so many people, we all love those kinetic, dynamic cards. You've been able to inject so much personality into the characters as well. You've done such a good job.
Oh, thank you so much. I must give credit to all of our wonderful pop-up peeps. So we have a very active Facebook group called the Karen Burniston Pop-Up Peeps, and they have been making these characters using the surprise balls. And then they were asking, hey, could we have a smaller ball, and could we have some of these ears and tails and things as add-ons so that we don't have to try and figure out how to fashion those out of other dies or cut them by hand. So that's how it all came together. But one animal that you're missing over there, only because it got left out of the box, I'm sorry, is the elephant. Okay. You can also make an elephant.
We're getting an elephant as well. That's amazing. Yes. Karen, I love this set. And I'm so glad I'm not the only one, because we're 4 minutes into the show. 10% of the stock has already gone. If you are a crafter, and I find, I'm sure Karen, you can relate, and everyone at home can relate. So I would, look, I am a crafter as well. I'm not saying I'm the best crafter in the world, but I do get excited about craft, especially when I discover something totally different. I don't have anything like this in my stash. So look, you might have, I know there was a time when, say, llamas were very popular. So we might have a llama stamp and a llama die. And there are a few of them out there. But I've never seen anything like this before. That's just my own personal experience. I absolutely love Karen's designs. Now, what you're getting here, this is what creates the magic. That is your worker die that it gives you all the functionality, that kinetic movement, all the measurements. And it's interesting talking to Karen because she's saying, designing dies for 15 years, and this has been a real evolution to get it right. And you can see that it absolutely 100% got that right. Then you've got all the little components to build up. You can see the elements from the pig. You've got the whiskers for the fox, the cat. You've got the pig nose in there as well, the ears. So all those elements, and that's when we're going to start personalizing. The elephant, you've got the hippo in there, and the giraffe. So all of those elements coming through. The surprise ball is at the bottom of your screen. If you haven't got the surprise ball, personally, I'm not going to say you need it, because you don't. You can create, as I've shown you here. Let's have a look at our giraffe. Wait for it. Oh, now, actually, this is using the giraffe with just the one-day special. So you've got the same size head as the body, still very, very cute. But then when you do put the surprise ball with, and I know that was a conscious decision, the surprise ball with the one-day special, the bitty ball, it really does work. $49.97 your price. We are very busy for our one-day special. You're saving £9. Got to tell you, is it 20% now? That's a little bit worrying because we're only 6 minutes into the show. Everything's going to be dispatched from the 17th of August. So just a little wait there only because it's coming from America. So the minute we have it, we'll send it out to you. We will progress down. We've got some other goodies for you. Now, Karen, yes. When we were prepping for this meeting, we picked up and I have to say, thank you so much for all the beautiful inspirations that you sent. Every one of those I found fascinating. I'm going to show you this one and tell us a little bit about it because this is our pop and swap. So you can see there, open it up, whoop, and suddenly he's it's like a superhero with the glasses and then whoop, straight to the bottom. I love your imagination with the cards.
Oh, thank you. So this is the pop and swap, and this is a great die because it's so generic. So one thing I love to do with dies is I like to give you some pop-ups that have a specificity to them, but you can still kind of change them into other things. And then other dies that are just really good, generic, basic, kind of your little black dress pop-up dies.
That's
and the pop and swap is like that. So it's easy to assemble, and it just has two swing arms that swap places as you open the card.
So you described that beautifully because it is kind of that little catch-all movement card, then you can embellish however you wish, and they're just such stunning inspirations here in the studio. It's the movement, and you bring us such original movement because, okay, I'll just hold up this card and show you. If you were to tell me, make this card, score the lines, do the measurements, figure out the movement, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I'll tell you that, and I wouldn't take the time to figure out how to do it. You want a die, especially I think this is suddenly giving access to every level of crafter, that ability to create those cards that really do capture the imagination.
Yes, exactly. And I like to say I want to get you from paper to pop-up in about 5 minutes at most. So these really do all the hard work for you.
Karen, you need a t-shirt.
Use the die, and then you don't have to do any of that cutting and measuring.
We need to get you in a t-shirt. That should be your slogan. I love it. From paper to pop-up in 5 minutes with Karen. Come on, I love that. There is a freedom price on there as well, $22.49. Take advantage. I really like that one. And anything you have in your stash, because you've got the movement, you can then apply to that card. Right, we're going to move on. Now, this is a flip frame. Tell us a little bit about the flip frame, Karen.
Okay, so the flip frame is probably one of the simplest. When I say paper to pop up in 5 minutes, that one's paper to pop up in 1 minute. I'm going to demonstrate that later in the show today. So what it is it's just a simple mechanism that takes a frame and flips it up and over onto the left side of the card. And again, very generic. So it can be any theme year round.
Now, just to let you know, the little charms that you're seeing here, keeping our gnome company, so the gnome and the charms we have got on the show, and they're coming up a little bit later on. Really like those. It's such a great card. Every one of these is a showstopper. Karen, I'm so glad I get to present this show. $21.99 is your price, 110440 your item number. Okay, now we have a purse pop-up. So again, lovely little movement here. Do you know what I like about this one? It could be a purse, or it could be for the guys, a briefcase in there, or a suitcase.
Yes, absolutely. So it's called the purse pop-up because I figure you got to want it as a purse, you know, first. Yeah. But then you get all these bonus pieces inside to be able to fashion it as a suitcase instead. And our design team, and I have to give them a shout out, that sample you just showed, that flip frame with that beautiful colored gnome by Kelly, amazing. But they've made that into a medical bag. Lois made a medical bag. Sandy has made a toolbox out of it, and she also made it into some circus cars. I mean, they've been very creative with it.
Well, it sounds like you've got an amazing design team. So just showing you here. By the way, are we able to follow you, Karen, on social media? Are we able to follow on your Facebook? Yes,
absolutely. So everything's under my name, Karen Burniston, our website, karenburniston.com. And then on Facebook, if you do the @ symbol and say Karen Burniston brand, and it'll take you to our Facebook page that you can like and follow. And then we have a group that you have to, you know, say that you want to join. And it's called Karen Burniston Pop-Up Peeps. Okay. And then, of course, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, you know, Instagram, all of it, but mostly it's Facebook and YouTube for us.
Amazing. Well, hopefully you do follow Karen on all the social media. Remember, you can follow Hochanda as well, so hopefully you are giving our page a like and tagging us in if you've got any pictures. Karen, I'm going to let you get set for your first demonstration. We've got a few more things to share, and then we'll get back to you if that's okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, we're going to continue down. This is our landscape theme. I love this. It's just a beautiful little landscape that you can build up effortlessly. $16.99 your price, and this is an idea of what you could be achieving. So maybe you want to use that to adorn the front of one of the beautiful cards. This is the flip frame that we have previously just shown you. So having that ability, I mean, that is such a lovely image. Think about your blending techniques, creating that background, and then you've just got that wonderful tree. It's a real tree of life coming through. And then obviously it just does the front. I'm just giving you an indication, if you've gone for any of the other sets, a nice way to decorate the front. $16.99 the price, and this is what you are going to be getting. So there you go, that is your die set. $16.99, 7 dies in total. 028008 your item number. Now, this is super, super cute because you are getting your little Santa gnome. Well, you're getting your gnome or your Santa. You've also got the mushroom in there and the present. So you could, with this die set, create your gnomes. How cute are that? For $12.99, already getting my basket. That's great. So you've got those, but equally, depending on your card stock, what now? Can we just pause for a moment? Because all of these characters have been made using that one die set. So whether you wanted to add the hat or leave the hat off. If you want to make Mrs. Claus in there, just using the beard, turning it upside down, and there just a little bit of a tweak, maybe not using the belt, and all of a sudden you've got your Mrs. Claus. So all these elements here, the Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and the gnomes have been made $12.99. 14 dies in total. 30% of the stock's gone. It has been a favorite amongst the team. So if you want to get hold of this, just going to show you all the elements. But look, the only way to really do it justice is once you see them cut out and you start putting the characters together. Really, really busy for this set. $12.99 your price there, 679004 your item number. Just to remind everybody, everything you see on the show, it's coming from America. So Karen Burniston is an amazing American designer. It's going to be dispatched from the 17th of August. That's only because it's the time it takes to get everything from America to us, and then we'll get it out to you. Now we have a pattern plate for you. So this is interesting. What the pattern plate does, it gives you possibilities with regard to backgrounds. I will just turn that around, and there you see. But it's got a lot of snippability, and by that I mean you can cut in, don't have to use it as just one continuous background there, as you're seeing on this example. So if you do want to cut that space and have something peeking through, you can do that as well. It's a really nice set. $23.99 your price. That could potentially be the wrong sample though, by the way. I don't want to mislead you because I think the palms aren't this big. So let me just, you can use it as a background. I'm going to put that to one side because I don't want to ever mislead you. This is what you are getting, and we can chat to Karen about this when we speak to her in a moment. $23.99 is your price for your fronds. And if you're a fan of a frond, this is the one for you. $23.99 is your price, 576477 your item number. Now I mentioned the charms. And look at this. So you're able to make these beautiful charms. There's and there's that little loop, and that's important because if you want to bring the fairy, and look at the fairy, you've got the little mushroom in there, the butterfly, the flower, the snail, a little bit of grounding with regard to the grass. This is a great example of what you could be making. Look at that with the little charm. So it's that little bit of detail. You don't have to, and I love the fairy, just lay it on there, and then you've got the hanging charms in the mix as well. Isn't that nice? Look at the snail coming through. So you don't need to have them hanging if you don't want to, but equally you have got that aspect and that possibility. So lovely set for $15.99, 693 item number. Got another set for you. This is nice, and I have to say, all the dies, so these are kind of your character dies, but they all match the kinetic and movement dies, so the flip frame, the one-day special, everything just works really well. So having a look here, this is your dolled up charm die set. For any fashionistas in your life, you've got all the key aspects. So we've got our lippy, or nail varnish I should say, there's your lippy, your pair of shoes, lovely background. Now remember the fronds background, you could put that there if you wanted. And opening it up, now this looks familiar. So you've got your bag, die, movement die, but we're embellishing. So everything you'd want to find in there. How well does the lipstick work? Got beautiful perfume bottles, so all those little finishing touches to really do this card justice. $13.99 your price there. Remember, you're not getting the movement because that is one of the kinetic dies that we've shown you earlier on, but you are getting the finishing touches that you're seeing there. So you're getting the lippy, you're getting the bottles, you're getting the lipstick, all the goodies. All right, we're going to move on. Ah, yes, a little bit of, look, we all need to treat ourselves now and again. And the team were very, very disappointed when all the in the UK, all the fast food restaurants, there was letters of complaint. They actually, one of the team did write a letter of complaint saying, look, we need to open up. Look, what you're getting here is, if you know somebody who likes their fast food, or a bit of Americana as well, and then you could, I love this. You've got that, you're not getting the movement in here, but it's just something else that you can get from Karen. But look at this, I just love the idea, and it's such an iconic image, it instantly catches you. So a bit of Americana, $14.99 is your price, and you've got Sup Girlfriend. Yeah, Sup Girlfriend. Listen, that is jokes. I like that. 922760 item number. The sentiment is not coming in the set, but you are getting the drink, you're getting the burger, you're getting the hot dog, you're getting the fries, all the components that you can see down here. Okay, very nice. All right, now we're going to move on. We got our safari animals, going back to something that Karen just does so well, is give character to her animals. So these are great. If you wanted, this is actually a fantastic set if you wanted to add some further detail into the one-day special. So you've got all the characters that we're seeing here, the giraffe, the hippo, and the elephant. I'm sure when you go on safari, there's a big five. I think we've got 3 of the big 5 here. The hippo looks like she's wearing swimming trunks. Or it could be a tutu, could be a tutu. Then you've got the elephant and friends and the giraffe, just super cute. 10 dies in total, $14.99 your price. But we can go from this. Karen wasn't kidding, the design team are awesome. Look at this. What? That is very cute. And there's just one of the frames. So remember that flip frame. Now imagine giving that to somebody. This is such a great alternative sort of anniversary wedding card. I really like that. Or how about, see, this is where you start to have some fun. Inject your own personality with this. Can I say, this inspiration got a few woos and wows in my ear. So it shows you how all the sets do mix and match beautifully. Yeah, we like that. And the makeup charms we're just going to drop at the bottom of your screen. But how cool does that look? 30% of the stock has gone for our one-day special. We are busy for our one-day special. We're only 20 minutes into the show. So if you do want to get hold of the one-day special, now's a great time to pop it into your basket. We're going to be going over to Karen in just a moment, who is going to show us how to get the most from your one-day special. And I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm going to hand over to Karen. Karen, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm really looking forward to this, Karen.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, let's demonstrate this one-day special before we're gone, huh?
Yeah, let's go
real quick question. Or earlier, I was going to tell you too on that bronze pattern plate.
Oh, thank you.
It's like this. The one you were looking at was the landscape scene, which coordinates perfectly.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
So, okay, let's talk about the Bitty Ball pop-up. So it comes like this. You have, well, it'll always tell you on the packaging, 19 dies in the set. And then what you do to make one ball is you cut this die twice. So this is exactly like the surprise ball. If you already own that or you're familiar with it, or watching this demo, you'll learn how to make both. So you need to cut that twice to make one ball. But I'm just going to demonstrate with one piece here to get you started. So it made all the cuts and the scores, and there are 4 little wings that fold to the back and glue down. And what those do is reinforce those 2 sides that are going to hold the rubber band. So I recommend glue, but you could use a strong tape if you prefer. So, and you know what? Honestly, ask me any questions too, because I'm here to help.
Brilliant. We will pass on questions to you, Karen.
Okay, awesome. Let's see, that's my
I
American coming through there, huh? Awesome. So every time I go
whereabouts in the States are you,
me
Karen?
I sound American when I say awesome. Okay, on the front of the piece now, then I can go around and work all of the score lines, and they all fold to the back. So there's tabs out on the end of all 6 of the spokes.
Nice.
Then you go down to the bottom of the spoke and work those as well.
This is coming together very quickly. Karen, whereabouts in the States are you? I
am in Katy, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston.
Oh,
but
lovely.
my business partner, Tanya, is where our company is located in Kansas. So she does all of the shipping and the business stuff and everything from Kansas, and I do the creative work from Texas.
Well, one of our team has actually just emigrated to Texas.
Really?
Little fact for you.
It's hot here.
Okay, I can imagine. So we've done our two layers. Yeah.
So I did a little ahead of time to make it go a little faster. So here's what I did. Once I had 2 of these, then I used the included decorator pieces that come with it, and you get 6 identical trapezoids and a hexagon, and those can be cut through 2 layers at once. So with one time through your die cutting machine, you get enough to completely cover both halves.
Brilliant. You really have thought of everything.
Okay, now we're going to start putting this together, and I know that Paula has done an excellent job demonstrating the surprise ball before, so anybody who's seen our previous shows, this is going to look familiar. But what you do is you find one of the sides that has the hole and the cut, and then you find the matching one on the other side, so that when you do a little kiss connection on those, both the hole and the cut line up. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to look here and see where's the cut. We actually want to go the other direction to assemble the ball around to the other side before we put our band in. So that's important that we don't do it on the cut side, or else we couldn't reach in and add that band. So looking at the side that doesn't have the cut, I'm going to flip, let me make sure those are glued together nicely. Okay, like I said, it is hot here. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which I had Alexa tell me is 32.
Well, now
so it's hot.
See, Karen, you're saying it's hot. We're actually having one of the hottest days in the UK of the year. I think we're up to 37.
Oh, goodness. It's only supposed to get 35 here, so you have me beat today. That is true.
Probably the only day will beat you.
Does it help you feel sorry for me if I say that my air conditioning has gone out today?
Now that does change it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, what I'm doing here is when you do these sides that don't have the cut and the hole, or the hole in the cut, then they are half tabs. So half tabs do not glue to each other. They glue side by side to the other half of the ball. So they just sit in there and you just get your corners lined up and see how it's coming together. Then I get around to the other one where it's tab to tab. Okay.
Lovely.
And those ones you line up like this and glue together, and just making sure that you have all your corners lined up. And there is a full assembly video for every one of our die sets. Even the charms and the gnome and the safari animals, all those kind of things have their own YouTube assembly videos that you can refer to, and it will tell you on your packaging how to find them.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, we are ready for a rubber band. Now, this is a part where sometimes people get a little panicked, like they can't find the exact size. Okay. It doesn't really much matter as long as you've got a thin rubber band that's not, you know, one of those real fat ones.
Yep.
And I recommend a size on here so that if you're at the office supply store or shopping online, you can find those number 12s or number 14s.
Okay.
But you can always make them a little tighter by tying a knot in it. So it doesn't have to be something that you panic over, because you can take a band that's too long and make it tighter.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to slide it in to the hole on one side, and then we're going to slide it into the hole on the other side. And I was about to forget to do something, and I just realized this is supposed to be the bottom of my pig.
Okay.
So I should have put a brad in, but that's okay. I can still do it because I haven't sealed up my surprise ball yet.
Nice. Now, I have to be honest with you, Karen.
I'm so glad I didn't make that error.
Okay. Karen, I love pigs. They're very intelligent animals.
Would you like to see what we're
look.
I'm giving a little preview here. This is what we're making.
Very cute.
Okay, so I'm going to put a brad in this because this is going to be the bottom half of the pig, and I want to be able to have that spin around in my finished card. If you didn't, you don't have to put it in there, but it's much easier to get it in there if you haven't sealed up your surprise ball yet.
Okay.
You can check it. You can go, you know, hey, does it have good spring back? Because this would be the time to take it out and tie another knot in it and make it tighter if you felt it was too loose. But this is perfect. Yeah. So we're going to just seal that ball right up.
Nice. I mean, Karen, this is coming together so quickly.
It is. Of course, I did do some of the work ahead of time, but I mean, that was all just busy work of just die cutting and, adding pieces. You can do that while you're watching Hochanda. You can sit there and put your pieces on your balls.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Brilliant.
So you can see how that works. So if you wanted to use, we're going to switch to the other die set that I'm using on this one, which is Animal Add-ons 1. So these are the pointy-eared animals. So you can make a pig, a fox, and a cat. But get creative with those pieces, because I'm sure you can make raccoon. This I've already made a monkey using this tail and some of the pieces, from the bitty ball. So you can definitely make other animals.
That's very clever.
What we're going to do, I've already cut the pieces ahead of time. I was going to say, on the animal add-ons, they are an add-on sets. So they are not meant to have everything you need to make the animal just on its own. It's really just the add-ons for the pieces that aren't already in the ball sets. So the bitty ball has the pieces to make the smile and the eyes and the
These are just further embellishments.
So you don't need that in.
Yeah.
Further, exactly. Good. Yes. So what I've done is I've cut. Well, let's get these. Oh, here we go. I've taken another one that I've already assembled, and we're just going to glue those together.
Is that two bitties, Karen?
This is. I was going to show you with just animal made just with the one-day special.
With the bitty.
So if you didn't have the surprise ball, I don't want you to think that you couldn't make stacked animals. Yeah. And I'll show you the difference in size is. I don't know. How are we doing on time? Should I continue on and decorate this whole pig, or?
Do you know? No, absolutely. Do you know? Just looking at what you've got in your hand now, Karen, that would make a great snowman.
Yes. Actually, it would make a great snowman, and you could also experiment if you had both of the sizes of doing the surprise ball on top, and have kind of that. If you've ever seen snowmen that are decorated with a bigger head, that would be kind of fun.
Okay, yeah, cool. Have you ever put three on top of each other?
I've got all my pieces here. Let me put my. Now this on the little snout of the pig. What I did is I cut it, and it cuts out little holes, and so I put one of the ovals behind it in black so that it would fill in the nostrils so they wouldn't be holes. And then I put another snout on the other side. And that way, when I glue this on, and it's extending a little bit above the panel, when I flatten it, it's pretty on that side too.
Clever.
So just a little trick. Little
Nice
trick with that pig.
Like
and
that.
then these eyes, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we like that. That was a good trick.
Oh, yeah. The eyes, the ovals and the little pupils, these come out of the bitty ball set. So the base die has what you need for eyes. And then you've got the ears and the ear centers. So those have tabs. And you can always experiment with where you're going to put them. Maybe your pig is going to have their ears up here, but I think it looks particularly cute right here.
Yeah.
On the side. So, but you know, these are your creativity and your characters. So definitely experiment. Oops. I think my broken air conditioner is not a fan of my adhesive today, so it's hot. Okay. So there's the face, and then there is a little smile that comes out of the base die, the ball. So that can go on like this.
Oh, cute. We are very busy for our one-day special. If you do want to get a hold of it, details are on your screen. 2 flexi payments of $24.99 using the bitty ball and the add-ons, and this is what you can achieve. If you did want to incorporate the surprise ball into the mix as well, equally, same technique. The surprise ball, though, 20% larger, so it allows you to have that just from variance in the body and the head. Karen, I asked a question. I don't think you heard me because I know there is a lag from obviously here to the States. Have you ever put 3 tiers on? Is that possible?
Yes, you can. And in fact, there is an excellent idea that Fran, one of our design team members, made where she made the Hungry Caterpillar, and it had 5 of them. I mean, it's an amazing sample.
Wow.
And if I couldn't get her to send it to me, I said, "Oh, send that to me." She liked it too much. I need to have her make me one. Fran, if you're watching, I need one too.
On the
so
tail.
Anyway, yes, you can stack as many as you want. Okay, let's talk about this tail. You really can choose. You know, as you can imagine, it can go many places. You can tuck it in maybe and attach it back here like this. And one thing that might help your decision or make a difference in your decision is when it's collapsed, how big is the card you're putting this in or the envelope, and that may make a difference in where you place it, you know, at what angle, so that it will collapse down in a way that you like. So we'll just throw it on there somewhere and see what happens.
That's nice.
Let's go back here. Put the glue on the wrong side, so we'll just flip it over.
Okay.
And you can always, let me see if I can flatten this a little bit, get in there and pinch it.
Yeah.
You can, you know, always flatten it to be able to put pressure against things. Oh, and then there's this cute little bow tie that's in the base bitty ball set, so that looks cute. Or any of the hearts or anything. So, you know, you really can have fun with this. So there's our pig. So, and let's see if I can find one. I'm going to grab one here. Let me see if I can show you the difference in size here.
So how do you make the dog?
So the dog, actually, you can make without either of the add-on sets. You can make the dog using just the pieces in the bitty ball. But if you have the surprise ball, then you'll have the two sizes
Amazing.
there. But you can also do it just with the 2 smaller ones. So here's one. Yeah. Let's close that up so you get the reveal here. Okay. So this one has one of our smaller dogs, or a character, and then.
Oh yeah! Look, Karen, I've had an idea. And I think it's a good idea. What about if you were to create a family? So you could have the 2 parents. It could be mummy and daddy, whatever parents you like. But then you just use the bitty ball without layering up the top bit, and then have so rather than stacking them, just a small bitty ball as the baby. So still put the eyes, still put the other things. So then you basically got the 2-tier for the parents, and then just one of the bitty balls, say for a baby pig or a baby animal, baby cat, baby fox, dog.
I love it.
There you go. I'm sure your design team have already done it, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that idea, but I think they're watching. So
yeah, if there is space on your design team, then we got to talk. I'll do a few. Okay. I'll do a few samples for you. Karen, would it be okay if we just did a recap and then got back to you, let you reset? I won't be long.
Absolutely.
Is that okay? Are you having fun, Karen?
I am. I'm having a blast.
What time is it in America right now?
It is 12:30,
okay.
12:35.
Midday. All right, brilliant. Karen, thank you so much. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Okay.
Thanks. And when we do get Karen back, I know someone's emailed in a question, so I'll offer that question up to Karen in just a moment. We are busy for the complete collection. This is why I say complete collection, the one-day special. So with the one-day special, you are getting the bitty ball. There is the working mechanism, so that's your die. This is the innovation. I mean, this has taken years and years for Karen to really home develop, which allows you. Karen came up with such a great tagline. She was saying being able to go from paper to pop-up in a few minutes, in 5 minutes. And that's what these dies enable you to do. With just this die set as well, you have got the elements to build your dog, and I think that's a little beaver. I'm going to say beaver over there, but you can start creating other animals well. You can mix up. It could be a bear as well. Could be a beaver, it could be a bear, it could be, if you wanted to mix and match and create your we showed the monkey, or Karen was saying about monkey. Now, just not to, I don't want to confuse you guys, but when you're checking out, you will be offered end of call items, which means items you can add to your basket. If you're not a Freedom member, you won't get charged additional postage. The Go Wild die, which you see here, that is just one option. You can either do that online or just mention it to our call center. So that's the magic. That's what's going to get you from paper to pop-up in 5 minutes. And then you've got your add-ons. And as Karen was saying, these are to embellish the bitty ball. So we've got all of these fantastic characters. You've got the pig, you've got the fox, you've got the cat, the hippo, the giraffe, and the elephant, all add-ons between the two sets. And that's when it gets interesting. Now, using the bitty, we actually had a question asking what's the difference between the surprise ball and the bitty ball. So with the surprise ball, it is 20% bigger than the bitty. You can see the head is slightly smaller than the body. So that's what really gives it, I think, a bit more proportionality with regard to using the two together. And also with the bitty, you are getting some embellishment dies, which you can see here to create characters. So the dog and to create the bear or the beaver in there as well. I don't know, because I haven't seen the surprise ball. What I would imagine the surprise ball is the same. You're going to get some sort of additional flourish dies with that as well. So I hope we answered that question. So that's a one-day special. We are busy for our one-day special. I always love it when we have a busy one-day special, because it shows that we've brought you something that a lot of you at home are really connecting with. A third of the stock's gone. We genuinely, and I know you hear all of us presenters, we do talk about this. We really do strive to bring enough stock to last the full 24 hours. We always try and do that. So to be able here to stand here in front of you on the first hour and tell you a third of the stock's gone, very popular. But I'm not surprised, because it's different. And anything here, mantle pleasers that you can send, they send flat and then pop to life. That's why we're busy. And I know we're moving on, but being able to create, even if you didn't want to create the 3D characters, what about here? Ba-ba! That kind of card, come on, awesome. We are busy, and by the way, they do spin too. If you add the Brad, you are able, having a little bit of a party. So, something that's different. Add something different into your stash. But also, it's going to put a smile. I guarantee when you're making these, it's going to put a smile on your face and an even bigger smile on anyone you send it to. Right, we're going to move on. We've got some more for you. So you've seen the elephant and the hippo and the giraffe with regard to the add-ons and the bitty ball. We've also got them. And this is nice because it's worked really well with the one-day special. This is your Safari Animals die set, 10 dies in total. Slightly different though. You can see here, so these are very cute little characters. The hippo's got a tutu, and then you got the giraffe and the elephant. He's having a little bit of a snack in the mix too. Look at the gang. They're all there. Whoop, whoop. Love that, and you get to see their size and proportions. In the background, this is nice use. We have got this beautiful tree in the background. That's on another set, but works very, very well. $14.99 your price if you want to get hold of those. 354-2270 item number. Can I just show I know we've got a lot to show and we want to get back to Karen, but the design team has sent in some absolute cracking inspirations. Look at this one. So you've got the, I'm so sorry team, because I know we had moved on, so that was my fault. But look, suddenly adding glasses and a few more embellishments, so the whole gang, they're on holiday now, they're in party mood. Look at that. Amazing. Right, time is getting on, so I've got to put this down. $14.99 your price if you do want to get hold of this. We're going to head back to demonstration, because I know we've got about 15 minutes left, Karen. What would you like to show us next?
I was going to show you how to assemble the flip frame pop-up.
Brilliant.
So this one is the one I was telling you about, goes together very quickly, so we'll be fine on time. But you did an excellent job, Giannis, of answering that question about the surprise ball. The surprise ball is about 20% bigger, but then also it's in the embellishment. So the surprise ball really has more of your generic embellishments. You know, originally I wasn't necessarily thinking that the only thing people would be making with them would be animals. I mean, I thought you might. This is a surprise ball with photographs
nice.
on it. See, I've made it into the Big Apple because from pictures of our trip to New York back when, we could travel.
Karen,
so that's the
lovely.
surprise ball. And let's see if we can we show one next to it and see if that helps?
Yeah, so there's the difference. You're saying it's about 20% smaller, the bitty ball to the surprise ball.
Right.
Yeah, I've got to tell you though, over
so about 20% smaller, but of course that 20% is sort of in all directions, right? So I mean, it really does have, you know, a fair bit of difference.
Yeah, got to tell you that 40% of the stock has gone for our surprise ball, and I think a lot of you, what you're doing is going for the surprise ball and the one-day special together. That gives you those possibilities when you start adding them. Okay.
Okay, well, let's look at the flip frame pop-up. So if you are sort of just getting started in pop-ups and you wanted one that was very generic and very, very easy, this would be a good choice because it comes with 10 dies in the set, but 9 of them are just excellent, beautiful embellishment dies. And then you have one that does the pop-up. So you can use these independently as well on your journals, on your scrapbook layouts. Here, I've got the die set open so you can see it. Now, I've gone ahead and die cut ahead of time. One nice thing about our die sets, too, is that you choose your card size. So in the States, we like to make A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I know in the UK, you often like to make a little bit larger cards. You can certainly use it in a larger card. This would probably be about the smallest for this die set, would be an A2.
Yeah.
And what I've done is I've die cut the mechanism, and it is so easy. It's been scored in 3 locations, and all 3 of those locations fold to the back.
Okay. And the beauty of the die sets, it's scored, everything's measured for you, so anyone can make this.
That's right. I've done all the hard part for you, and you just get to spend your time making it pretty.
Okay.
Okay, so I thought I would go with a little bit of a teal and black, kind of more elegant theme for this one.
Right.
Which now that I'm thinking about the demonstration, I hope you all will be able to see it. So I didn't think about that. Okay, we're going to add some glue to the tab where there's a single tab out on the end. So see, on this end, there's 2 tabs, and on this end, there's 1 tab. So the glue is going to go on the 1 tab end.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put that face down on the right side of the card and butt the edge of it right into the fold of the card. That can go anywhere along the fold, but you have to think about the closed position of your frame is going to be like down here. So you probably want it high in your card.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can get close that you can see it's right there. Okay, this side's going to glue over here, but this would not be something we would want to guess and just decide, you know, oh, well, let's try it right there. What we want to do is let the card show us where to attach it. So we do that by leaving it flat on the right side of the card. Then we add our glue to that outer tab.
Yeah.
Then we keep this flat and we close this side of the card. And it'll pick up that tab in exactly the right spot to animate that little mechanism. And glue sometimes takes an extra second, so I'm just going to make sure I've got a good connection.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty easy, right? Very easy. And you could put anything on that to animate it. So it comes with this beautiful big frame. Oh, I may have gone, I should have gone a little higher.
Okay.
See? Okay, so we're going to see what happens when you go a little too low. It's going to stick out of the card because I did a small card. But basically all you're going to do is glue this frame on the front of that pop-up. And probably the easiest way to do that is to lay it flat in the card like this, put your adhesive on this section, and then close this side of the card. And then again, it's going to pick up the frame, which is now sticking out of my card. So I get to make an extra little panel down there. That's what I will do to fix that.
Okay.
Oh, see, oh gosh, my glue. I'm so sorry, you all.
That's all right.
It's blazing hot in my office right now. I might need to change to dry adhesive.
Well, that gives us
okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's so easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then see, it's going to flip over. So you have all these choices, and obviously it comes with all of those little rectangles and things. And then it's sized so that any of our little characters are going to fit that just perfectly. So that could be the gnome and the Santa, or that could be those safari animals, or any of our other sets.
Karen, I have to say that the gnomes and the Santas have been so popular on the show today. A lot of you, we got the details on the screen. 60% of the stock has gone, and I will very quickly just show everyone. This is what, from that one set, $12.99. Look at all the characters that you can make. So you've got your gnomes there, just changing the hats, changing the colorways, giving them their own personality. And you even able, and Karen, this is a huge compliment to you. I love the fact we can take our Santa and even make our Mrs. Claus in there as well. It's a great set.
Yes, that wasn't by design, but when I was playing around with it, I thought, oh, could we make Mrs. Claus? And so that's in the video tutorial for that gnome. I actually go over how to make Mrs. Claus as well.
Just remind us, if we want to see the video tutorial, where would we find that?
So the best thing to do if you're looking for how to assemble videos is you take the die that you've purchased, you go to KarenBurniston.com, which is right there on the packaging, and you just find what you bought.
Oh, okay.
So you go into the search box and you put flip frame or 1134, which is the item number. And then on that product page, the assembly video is right on the page.
Perfect.
And that way you can see other samples too. So you can also find me on YouTube. I'm under Karen Burniston. Luckily, it's not a very common name. So, you know, you'll find me by just finding me on YouTube or going to our website and clicking over to YouTube.
Great. I've got to just say, 70%.
But if you don't want to have to sort through a YouTube to find the one you're looking for, just go to our website and put in the
just say 70% of the stock has gone for the gnomes. They are, and the Santa, very busy. Details on your screen right now. They're good size too, Karen. They're, I think, such a great size to work with.
Yes, I was going to demo that one too, but I don't think we're going to have time in this hour. Maybe in the next hour, I can show you how the gnome and Santa go together. I do have that one cut as well.
Perfect.
But yes, I thank you for noticing how you can really personalize them because the pieces are separate in that set. You can, you know, make the hat lower so that you can't see his eyes, or, you know, you can tilt the hat the other way or tilt the head the other way. So you can give them their own personalities.
Nice.
So
love that.
That's the flip frame. So that's pretty easy.
Yeah, we love that. Thank you so much, Karen. I hope you're enjoying the show as well. We're just working off of the flip frame. I've got that here. Now, have a look at this, showing you, and this, Karen was saying, this is one of the easiest sort of kinetic movement dies to go from paper to pop-up in minutes. It is very quick to do that. But then you've got the scope, because you're getting the die that gives you the movement. So it's the movement to swing through and the frame, but then you get to decide what kind of feel. So what characters are you going to be putting? The gnome or the Santa, beautiful. They work very well. We've also got the charms as well. Remember, we've got that other bundle with the charms, equally a great size for this. So that is your flip frame in there. We've also got another one for you. This is a pop and swap. I love them all. I genuinely love them all, and you know I never sit on the fence. So if I had to pick a fave with regard to the movement cards, the pop and swap. Now this is just such a great inspiration, because we've got a mild-mannered reporter here, and then he's a superhero. So look, what's that? There's a problem. I'm there. I just love that. It's such a clever idea. $22.49 your price. Obviously, you're not getting, this is just using the giraffe from our safari set. You're getting the movement, and then you decide on the tabs what you're going to be putting on there. So it could be a lovely sentiment. Sentiment would be great. What about the first half of sentiment? And then second, $22.49 your price. There is a freedom price on there, 559778 your item number. We've got our purse die here, just going to show you. So it could be a suitcase, which we're showing, or I can't stop doing that sound effect. Or what about this? A beautiful purse. And we have got the makeup charms at the bottom of your screen as well to embellish if you wish. But this one giving you everything you need to make the movement and the purse. 597570, your item number. We do have the gnomes as well. Now the gnome and the Santa, very busy. We are actually approaching limited stock. Look at what you're able to create. For $12.99, you've got all the components to create these characters. So we've got our Santa Claus, our Mrs. Claus, and Uncle Santa, or Santa without his hat. And then you've got all the gnomes in there as well. I mean, just for the gnomes. I love how they're holding the mushrooms, just great. $12.99 your price there. We are approaching limited stock. Potentially they could sell out before the end of the hour. Karen, you've got about 5 minutes. Is there anything you can share with us in that time?
Yes, I can actually show you real quickly how to assemble that gnome.
Perfect.
If you'd like to see it, because I've already cut everything. So I wanted to show this because it shows something that I like to do with small character dies, is I like to really take advantage of stenciling with the die so that you don't have to glue on tiny little eyes and things to these little animals. So the animals are the same as the gnome. You use a pen through the die, and that adds your eyes and your mouth to the gnome or the Santa so that you do not have to glue on something tiny.
Oh, nice.
So what I've done is I've just die cut all the pieces in the set, and I kind of left them in the die, but I'll pop them out here, and we'll just quickly throw this little gnome together. So we're going to start with that head and add a little glue on that sort of boxy chin area, and then get the beard so that it's right over the top of the mouth.
Nice.
And then there is a die. I also try to group like colors together in a single die when I can. So this one does have tiny noses to glue on because I couldn't quite do that a different way, but it's worth it.
I love the hands as well.
Put a little tiny nose on that guy. So if you have anything like a quick stick or picker upper, that can be real helpful for moving those pieces. So now he's got his nose. And then for the coat or tunic or whatever, the sleeves, there are the arm pieces that are sized to fit right behind those sleeves. So it makes it pretty easy on the assembly because you just get in there. I mean, they are small pieces, but they're pretty user-friendly.
Yeah. Lovely.
So now the hands are actually glued up behind the arms so that he can still hold something. Okay, so then there's a belt and a buckle. Let's see if I can find one.
Karen, I've just got to interrupt you there. I'm sorry. Just let everyone know that it's technically sold out. So the gnomes and the Santa, I'm afraid, have technically sold out. $12.99 your price. And time is also beating us as well, Karen. I am so sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Karen, you're going to be back at 8 o'clock. I think the team is going to be having a chat to you, see if we can get hold of any more of the gnomes. And if that is the case, maybe we could look at that and revisit it in the next hour. If you have got hold of the gnomes, and I am sorry because I know it's frustrating if you wanted to see the way that's put together, but rest assured, when your die set arrives, there is instructions on the packaging. If you just go to Karen's website, so Karen Burniston.com, you just type in the product code and you'll be able to see a full tutorial video on how to put that together. So you're not missing out whatsoever. I'm sorry that time has beaten us. Just a quick reminder of the one-day special. You are getting the Bitty Ball, which is the new release, just moving on from the surprise ball. When you put them together, this is what you are getting. You can see here the Bitty Ball and the surprise ball. Now, I've just seen something. Because the Bitty Ball by itself is $26.99. Have a look at your first flexi payment. You're actually paying less than you would for the just the Bitty Ball by itself. I do accept that that's your first flexi payment, so obviously in 4 weeks' time you're paying the remainder $24.99, but you are saving £9. Not only are you getting that fantastic movement that the Bitty Ball affords you, but you're getting all the additions, the add-ons in there as well. So you've got so much to play around with. It's really caught the imagination of everyone here at Hochanda, and I am so pleased it's caught your imagination as well. Karen, thank you so much. Do you fancy doing this all again a little bit later on?
I certainly will. I certainly will.
Karen will be returning in about an hour or so. She'll be back here at 8 o'clock, so I really hope you can join us. Karen, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have you enjoyed it?
I have had such a good time. Thank you so much.
Well, no, thank you, Karen. So Karen will be returning live at 8 o'clock for another look at the one-day special. I hope you can join us. We are approaching 40% of the stock of the one-day special, the Bitty Ball and the 2 add-on sets, which allow you to create the pig, the fox, the cat. You're also creating the giraffe, the elephant and the hippo in there as well. But look, this is where it gets interesting. So this is a surprise ball and the bitty, putting them together, folds flat, but then just pops up. There's your lovely little hippo. Very cute. I love the concept. I've really enjoyed this hour, and I hope you have as well. If you have ordered anything, when it does arrive, how you use it, I'm sure you're going to use your imagination. Please tag us in and Karen so we can see as well. Thank you.